everyone, this is Korean Community Media Broadcasting TV, as known as KCMBTV, and we're here to talk about I'm an American Part 2. So in 1942, after Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese Americans faced severe discrimination and suspicion. So the United States government issued Executive Order 9066, enforcing over 120,000 Japanese Americans into internment camps. So during this time, many Japanese Americans put up signs reading, "I am an American," to assert their loyalty and identity as U.S. citizens. So famed photographer Dorothy Lang captured a striking photo in Oakland, California, showing a store with the "I am an American" banner. So despite these efforts, most Japanese Americans were still forcefully relocated. And today, Asian Americans and other minority groups still face discrimination and prejudice. Hate crimes against AAPI communities spiked during COVID-19, leaving many feeling unsafe. So furthermore, with the possibility of stricter anti-immigration policies under the Trump administration's second term, immigrant and minority communities face additional challenges and risks of exclusion. The I Am an American Part 2 project aims to reinterpret the 1942 message for today, highlighting ongoing struggles against discrimination and foster a culture of solidarity and inclusion. So today we have a guest who is Asian American and who's in high school. So can you please introduce yourself?
My name is Hyosun Lee, and I go to LaGuardia High School, and in that school I major in instrumental, and currently I am in junior year, which is 11th grade.
Since you say your major is instrumental, do you want to major in instrumental for the future as well?
I would want to minor in music, but currently I'm not planning to major in music, but I would like to minor in music.
Okay, sounds nice. So how would you describe the difference as an Asian American in your house or in your community like school?
So my community, and which is mostly my school, is very diverse, and so there is not a lot of Asian Americans. So I would balance multiple cultures and traditions and etc. But on the other hand, my house is it's just us as Asian American, and all my other family members are in Korea. So we're the only ones that are living in America. And so we're just speaking Korean, we're attending church. And so the religion, the tradition, the language is all the same. But in my community, we do speak in English, but some people we have to speak in a different language.
Okay. And what does home mean to you?
So when people think about home, regularly they think about blood-related family, but I feel like it's just another way to say a safe place that you can be yourself. And being yourself doesn't have to be around blood-related people, but it could also be with non-blood-related people, which is like friends.
I agree with you. So have you ever felt like you didn't belong to anywhere?
Yeah, so sometimes in school, because I have a diverse population and there's a lot of students in my school, you can't be accepted by everyone, and you have to accept that as life goes on. So I've realized that sometimes I don't belong in some areas and you just have to accept it, but go to another group, I guess, that you can fit better because you're able to be yourself there instead of changing who you are.
Okay. And have you ever been involved in any community in your life?
Yeah. One of the community work I'm involved in is KCMB, which is Korean Community Media and Broadcasting Team, where we help small organizations because we are a small organization as well, but everyone starts somewhere. And so we help others, which also benefits both of us in the same time. And what I've learned through this specific community work is that you really can't do anything and you really can't make progress if your heart is out of somewhere else. So if you're just doing it for the college because it's an internship, you really can't go that far, because I feel like stamina is a really, not the running stamina, but your stamina mentally and physically is very, not demanding, but you need to have your heart in the right place in order to continue the internship. And what I've learned is that your heart needs to be in the right place.
That is a strong answer that I would like to keep in mind. So, do you see yourself continuing in community or advocacy work?
Yeah, especially in communities where we teach young students. So we got young students like me to broadcast older generations so they could teach us wisdom that they have learned throughout their years. And that has helped me understand and open up to a new perspective. And so I realized that when I become that older generation, I would love to have younger kids that, like my age teenagers, to experience that, because I want them to experience what I experienced when they were my age.
Okay. And what does being American mean to you?
I feel that being American means having the freedom to explore new things, because we all have like the amendments of freedom of speech and all of that. And I think just saying American in general, you just in US, and US is a big country, so you could explore so many new things and you still have so many to experience. And the fact that you can experience so many even without money, because you could get scholarships and all of that, just shows that how much US can help people that even don't have money but just has passion, which I think the US is very open minded in accepting people that just has the passion, and they will support them just with the passion they have, even if they might not lack in other stuff.
And since you mentioned about First Amendment, how do Americans constitutional values such as freedom of speech and freedom of association influence your life?
Yes, I was able to build social skills because I'm able to freely speak about my opinion, because everyone's voice matters. So I was able to portray my opinions, and which builds social skills because I was able to meet new people with different perspectives. So that was one of the influences I had. Along with adding on with the new people, I was able to meet new people that comes from various backgrounds, because not everyone comes from an Asian American background. Someone could be from other backgrounds. And so I've learned that. And I was also, as I said before, form new perspectives, which I think is so important in life.
So why do you think forming new perspectives are so important in your life?
Because I feel like if you see the world so narrow, you would only believe in what you want to believe. And I took a class which was AP psychology. I've learned that you just have to look the world in a bigger range in order to see that the world is bigger than you think. It's not actually what I mean, but it's kind of a metaphor. The world is bigger than you think if you actually decide to investigate yourself. So you're the only one that's stopping yourself. So you have to get out of your comfort zone, because sometimes getting out of your comfort zone is better than it can be hard at first, but it's better for you in the future.
Okay. And what change would you like to see for Asian Americans in the society?
Currently, there's an ICE situation going on where they don't accept Asian Americans to come here. And whenever Asian Americans try to go to a different country, if they have a green card or they got a US citizenship, they could just take it away and you will get deported back to your country. And so I feel like US should be more welcoming. So that's a change I would make. They should be more welcoming. And because they always talk about diverse and unity, I feel like they should lessen the ICE situation and invite more Asian Americans, because I feel that Asian Americans can be part of the change that they want.
Do you also focus on other ethnicities or nationality? Those people can also immigrate to the United States, or only typically Asian Americans?
I feel that everyone can be invited, and because US has not just white people, but so many other ethnicities, not just whites. And there's also black people, there's also Asian Americans, there's also Hispanics, and etc. And so I feel that just limiting to white people and just like Asian Americans, I don't think that's necessary. I think it can be more than one or two ethnicities because it is a big country.
Nice. And as you approach to closing, what advice would you like to give to future generations of Asian Americans youth?
I feel that you shouldn't be discouraged that you're different, but embrace your uniqueness. And so as I went of my 16 years of living, I realized that being unique isn't a bad thing. Being different isn't a bad thing. It's just you're special in your own way. And everyone is so different, and that connects back to what I said about perspective. Everyone has different thoughts in their brain, which is something that's so cool. And so rather than avoiding it, I feel like we should embrace that. And yeah, I feel like that we should embrace your own special talent that you have been provided.
And any final thoughts you'd like to share based on what you have said before?
I feel that college may be the biggest thing in the world as a teenager. I feel like if you want to do like those extracurricular works, that is like internships, community work, I feel that you should think about if you can manage your time, obviously, but also if you actually want to do it. Because if it's community work, you need to have your own dedication to do it, because no one's going to do it for you, because it's your personal internship and you applied for it. So if you get in, I feel like your heart should matter where you are, as I said, not just for getting accepted to the college you want, not just like for your background, but for like the kindness of your heart, the pureness of your heart. Like you just purely want to do that. So your heart should matter.
Nice. Okay, thank you for coming with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, this is guest speaker Hyo-sun Lee. And now stay tuned for more guest speakers and about supporting small organizations and profiting underprivileged people through KCMBTV. Stay tuned. Thank you.